Well, today is my last day doing Chako Pit Bull Rescue volunteer work. As anybody who's read any of my other posts knows, I'm relocating to Yreka on the 28th of February, 2021. And for the last 8 or 10 years that we've lived here in Rancho Cordova, we've been volunteers for Chako Pit Bull Rescue and Advocacy in Sacramento. And I have truly enjoyed the work that we've done. I've made at least 200, if not more, dog adoption videos at local shelters for predominantly pit bulls that were looking for homes. But I'm not breed specific. I'll work with any dog. And my new adventure at Rescue Ranch is going to be coming soon. And a plug for them. Underneath my Chako shirt is my Rescue Ranch Slater Fire commemorative shirt. So, but I'm going to be helping out at obedience class today. This is class 6 of a 6-class set. It's the one that they started around the first week in January, and I truly have enjoyed and have great affection for my other Chako volunteers. Paulette, Shannon, Becky, Kirsten, Anna, of course Carol, Dawn, Mary and Greg, Rick, just a whole host of good folks, Mike, that I've worked with and have had the fortune to work with. Lynette, boy, I could go on for days about names. But join me on my trip today as I go and work with my last class of Chako dogs, and I'll hopefully share a few more stories along the way of dogs that I've worked with. So here we go. Well, hi there, and I'm making my way towards the Chako obedience class, and it's kind of a unique setup that we've been working with for as long as Carol and I were involved, and some years before that. We live in Rancho Cordova, and the class is held actually up in the Thomas, which is not a 5-minute drive. It's about a half an hour drive from Rancho Cordova to there, but it's really a unique setup. It happens to be a roadway overpass over a light industrial park, and it's worked out well for having the obedience classes in. There's a parking lot for this light industrial complex that is underneath this overpass, and so we've been using it. Now, there's a homeless encampment also that is kind of set up adjacent to it or on the same parking lot, but so far we've been able to pretty much coexist, if you will. And, you know, Carol and I have dealt with the homeless a few times. I've dealt independently with the homeless a few times. And there are a few of them that, yeah, they need to have some mental health help, but there's others that are they've just had a raw deal. So at any rate, we've been fortunate enough to have this area to use for our beginner and our intermediate obedience classes, and it's been something that's worked out well for us. It's not something that Chako's had to pay any money for over the years, but we've been able to make it a productive location for us for many classes. So at any rate, we're on our way to go check that out and catch some video of that experience. If nothing else, for my vlog and my blog, so that I can look back on some really good days here in Sacramento working with Chako. I've had a lot of wonderful experiences here in the Sacramento area, and I am going to really miss Sacramento. It's definitely my kind of town. It's not huge metropolitan area, but it is metropolitan, and it's a melting pot of many different cultures, which I enjoy that. Yreka is, as Carol says, pretty rural, and she's right. It is very rural, but I think that the people that I'm going to be volunteering with at Rescue Ranch, they're my kind of people, so I'm looking forward to that. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to miss all my friends down here in Sacramento, but by benefit of things like Facebook, I'm going to be able to stay in touch with them, and I do look forward to making some trips down here in the future to getting together with folks once we're past this whole COVID thing. So, at any rate, stay tuned. So here we are at Northgate Boulevard, getting off at Northgate, which is where there used to be a Fry's Electronics here in Sacramento. Like so many other establishments similar to those attached to malls, this Fry's Electronics pretty much dried up as far as business was concerned during the pandemic, and it's now closed. So if you can see off to the right, there's a red framed dome that is part of the Fry's Electronics. And so I'm now off of Highway 80 or Interstate 80, making my way up to the overpass where the class is at. We had a situation a few years ago where I was talking about the homeless Carol and I experienced, where there was a dog that Chako had adopted out to somebody, and the dog ended up being quote-unquote lost. We really think that the lady had set the dog free, and we mounted about an 8-hour search for the dog, and the dog was eventually found, but not by us. So I'm going to stop and get gas, and then we'll continue on here. Okay, so we got gas, we're good to go. So this overpass in front of us is the overpass that goes over the class. And as you can see on the right and the left, we've got a small light industrial complex area. Well, at least there's a couple students here today. That's good. When it gets to the 5th and 6th class, it's always a little unsure about who's going to show up. So it's nice to see students here. So one of the things I always do when we come here is I pick up garbage. And today, my last day of working with Chako dogs, they leave me a big pile. But oh well. It is what it is. This is the area where we do the class.
Usually we post our graduating class online, so some people me in the morning, I'm like, please don't put me on camera and blast me on Facebook. But always wear a mask. You're right. You're so cute. We would prefer that you wear the mask. Hey, this way. Good girl, sit. Ah, man.
Oh, 11. Juno won the sit competition, and so Juno gets to pick a toy.
Oh, she gets to pick it?
She gets to pick it.
Okay. She doesn't want to go.
Pick one.
Okay, that's the one. Oh, is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Good job, Juno.
Thank you.
So good. We love pink. She looks good in pink.
Okay, I won't show anyone that one.
13, 14, 15, 16.
Time.
We got 19!
Whoa, 16.
You guys keep my tickets out of your photos.
I know. It was so funny because I was totally looking at the dog and I was like, the last second, I was like, oh, probably not.
I'm taking pictures of my bum with me.
He's so bad at doing this at home. I probably get through.
Oh, good job! Too bad you're too good. Let me go this way.
He got the parrot, you want it?
I know.
Summer, look!
Oh, which one do you want? She's all the whole bag.
Summer, bring a toy!
It's not me.
She's like,
silly.
you! I want you!
Oh, you're on my wires. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Good girl.
Come here, Summer. Summer, what toy do you want? A dinosaur.
Hi, baby girl.
Right?
Look it.
Summer, look! Come on, Mama. Which toy you want? Summer! She's like, I don't want a toy.
All right, you can pick one for her. She's too distracted. Miss Juno.
Come on, girl.
All right, so let's bring her over here so she doesn't go straight for the burgers. Here, I'll have you bring her up to the shop. You don't want. She's such a tiny little thing. She's so cute. Look at her. She's like, oh my gosh, squirrel.
So there's
Go.
burgers and squeaky
All
toys
right,
and
so on
everything.
the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
So Juno is very dog reactive, and it's good to see this sort of, she actually did really well in that exercise. That is super duper.
All right, whenever you're ready, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
So we're doing some exercises here for the last day of class. Like that exercise there, she just blew right past the burgers and ignored them and came to her mom's. So
Whiskey, you are next.
here comes Whiskey.
You guys are doing great. And in Kelly's defense, she knew there were burgers from last night. So she knew.
She's like, I aced this one last time for somebody.
Right? She knew she needed to get the burger. All right. Got a little Tennessee whiskey coming up.
I know, he already saw it. He's like, ooh. Oh, he's so smelly.
All right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
That was awesome.
It's my baby girl.
Callie. We love you. Right, Miss Callie, there's your picture. Thank you. Okay, so good. Okay, now we take a picture. And then she matches your certificate. Yeah. Callie. Sit. Pretty girl. You go. Callie.
She's like, but my toy.
Callie.
I don't know.
Kelly! I'm like getting some pictures.
Callie.
There you go.
Callie.
Here we go.
Perfect.
She's got it.
Oh, really? Do they get on well?
That was good.
We don't have that many things you can do. Everything's against the wall.
Little doggy socialization.
Hey, off.
And they're observing the key of not letting the leashes intertwine, so that's good. Dahlia, the shorter, squattier girl, she's definitely in the play bow and stuff. So in addition to Chako obedience classes, Shannon's also a troop mom for a Girl Scout troop. So I bought some cookies from her today, and then there's some other folks that are Chako volunteers that are here to pick up their cookies. Well, that was nice. I got to see some of my fellow Chako volunteers, Michael and Jenny Samuelson and Elizabeth Felton Dom. So that was truly special. I really enjoyed that. Made it a nice sort of conclusion to my volunteering effort here. A lot of good people that I've gotten to know over the years, and I definitely don't want to be a stranger. And that is one of the benefits to social media like Facebook, is being able to stay in touch with people and see how they're doing. So now I'm heading home.